Hello, everyone. Welcome. Good morning. Early Saturday morning. And we want to kick off with a gentle session. Let's start with some meditation and then breathing exercises. And then we'll move into asanas. So first off, what you want to do is again center yourself. Back of the wrists on your knees. And keep your spine up and straight. Elbows down. Turn your attention to your breathing. Follow the breath all the way in and all the way out. So your mind should stay focused on the sound of your breath. Otherwise, a few things will happen. One is your mind starts to wander. And also, over time, if that keeps happening, your mind starts to tire. So if you feel that's the case, if you're not staying alert, you want to gently bring back your attention to the sound of your breathing. So it takes about a couple of minutes to completely turn the attention inwards. And ideally, you want to practice this for as long as you want to, as long as you enjoy. But we'll move on. We'll practice the basics of breathing to start with. Breathing should be divided into 4 phases: inhalation, pause, exhalation, pause. Okay. So let's practice all these 4 stages, spending about 3 to 4 seconds during each phase. Okay. Let's go ahead and give it a try. You can use your fingers to tap and keep track of the duration. And at your next cycle, if you were practicing, holding for 3 seconds or 4, try to increase it by 1 count. Okay, so let's give that one more try. At the end of your pause after the exhalation, breathe normally. So now we'll switch over to just the inhalation, exhalation. However, we are going to inhale for say 3 or 4 counts and exhale for twice the number of counts. So let's go ahead and give it a try. Now, as you practice this, again, keep your mind focused on the sound of the breath, right? You don't want to tire your mind. So let's give that a try. At the end of your next exhalation, breathe normally. Now let's practice the alternate nostril breathing. So you're going to inhale through the left nostril, exhale through the right, inhale back in through the right, and exhale through the left. Okay? Again, let's try to keep our mind focused on the sound of the breath. Close your right nostril with your thumb. Inhale through the left, open the right, exhale through the right. Inhale back in through the right, closing the right, exhale through the left. So that's one cycle. Try about 6 to 8 cycles, varying the duration of your inhalation and exhalation to suit your capacity. As you keep practicing alternate nostril breathing now, I just wanted to give you what goes on. So as you inhale through the left or as you breathe through the left, you are essentially influencing the left side of your body, left side of your being, which denotes the calmness within you or the female within you. And when you breathe in through the right or breathe out through the right, you're influencing the male inside you, okay, or the fire inside you. So it's important that you breathe through both the nostrils over a period of time so that there is balance between the two. Okay, that's the idea behind alternate nostril breathing. Let's practice one more cycle. And at the end of it, breathe normally. So those were some of the pranayama or breathing techniques. Now let's practice some locks, okay, energy locks. And the purpose of the energy locks is to keep the energy focused at a specific space so that we energize that space much more than normal. Let's start with the Jalandhara Bandha or the throat lock. So what you do here is to inhale as much as you can. And then as you hold the breath, you drop your chin, locking the throat, and you hold that breath inside as long as you're comfortable. And whenever you're ready, just release that lock, look up, and inhale again. Okay, so let's give that a try. Let's practice Jalandhara Bandha for a couple more times. And as you are doing this, I'm just going to give you a couple more, you know, background about this. The throat chakra at the at the base of your neck also is the seat for the thyroids. And as you practice Tilandhara Bandha, it actually stimulates the thyroids. So for people who are hypothyroidal, who are low in thyroidal activity, so you want to practice Tilandhara Bandha. And it is typical as you hold the breath to hold the breath as long as you can. With practice, easily you can be holding it up to, between 30 to 60 seconds easily. And you'll feel good about it as you bring your attention to the throat. You'll feel that space warming up. Okay, so that's what you want to aim for. Let's give it one more try. At the end of your exhalation, breathe normally. And our last energy lock, which is the abdominal lock. So to do this, you're going to lean to the front as you rest your hands on the legs in front. And you're going to expel all the air as quickly as you can. So you create a vacuum and you pull the diaphragm up into the spine. Okay, so that there's a hollow here. You got to hold the hollow and hold your lock as long as you're comfortable. Make sure you're not like gasping for air at the end of your practice. Okay, so you got to let go at the right time. So let's give that a try. And release. So what this Uddiyana Bandha or the abdominal lock does is to gather the energy that is sitting at the base of yourself, the base of the spine, and it pulls it up so that you become more energetic. Okay, so you're trying to, what do you say, pull up that dormant energy inside yourself. Okay, so those were the pranayama techniques and mudras, bandhas today. So let's now move to some asanas. So go ahead and stretch your hands out and work your fingers in and out a few times. And rotate your hands to the wrists. You can do this slowly. You have to enjoy even the smallest of the movements here. And then in the other direction. Stretch your arms out and you want to work them in and out. Exhaling in, inhaling out. All right, now let's release. Work your neck. As always, look over your left shoulder to start with, and your right. Back to neutral. Flex your neck up and down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Come back to neutral. And now rotate your head and the neck, drawing a circle in front of you, the tip of your nose. Trying to work the extremities of your neck. And you want to do it in the opposite direction. Yeah, come back to neutral. Now you want to raise your arms and bring them up into seated mountain. At any time you feel like stretching your legs, you should. Okay. I've been practicing for a long time, so I can sit. A lot of people from the eastern hemisphere, actually, they can sit much longer on the ground. So don't push yourself. If you cannot, it's okay to practice all the seated postures on a chair, for example. So as you keep your arms up, gently lock the arms at the elbows, point your index fingers at the ceiling. So the arm should be active, right? You don't want to contract it. As you hold the arms up, imagine an infinite source of energy at the base of your spine. And as you inhale, you draw that energy onto yourself, directing it up and up to the fingertips. And let it wash down as you exhale. And slowly releasing. Now let's do the shoulder stretch. Take your left hand to the back as high as possible. And right hand from above, reaching down. Interlock the fingers if you can, otherwise keep the hands moving towards each other. Your right elbow pointing up to the ceiling. Looking ahead, no tension in your neck. As you breathe, bring your lungs and the top of the lungs especially into play. And slowly release. Again, hold this as long as you can. We try to hold each posture for about 8 breaths. Try the same thing on the other side. So right hand this time to the back and up. Left hand from above reaching down. Interlock, sorry, interlock the fingers and the left elbow pointing up to the ceiling. Breathe through the top of your lungs. And slowly release. Okay, again, shake your arms, loosen them up. All right. Now let's go ahead and get the feet together in front. Hold the toes as you pull them up, and you want to press the knees down. Nice, easy, deep breaths. Again, imagine that well of energy at the base of your spine. As you inhale, draw the energy onto yourself, up the spine, energizing your core. And let it wash down as you exhale. Now, as you inhale next, raise your knees up and down as you exhale, working your hip joint, thigh joint. And what you want to do, bring back. So let's stretch the legs out to the side. Okay. I realize you've been sitting on the mat for a while. Sorry about that. But again, you should stretch your legs if you need to. So now let's raise your arms. Yeah, you want to reach down to the left. Take your time, especially early in the morning. Takes a while, so don't rush into it. And then with each exhalation, you're letting go of your trunk and head. Taking some nice deep breaths along the way. And coming back up. All right. And let's again raise the arms up. And this time, reach down to the right side. And come back up. Now, let's not give up, right? So place your hands in the front and walk the fingers away, head down. See how long you can get or extend that stretch to the back. Also, what's important is breathing well during this posture. Take the breath in, let it fill your abdomen, feel the warmth in there, Think of it as doing good to yourself, breathing well. And walk the fingers back. All right. Now let's skip the twist for now, but let's get into a squat. So first on your toes about hip width apart or slightly wider, and then slowly lowering the hips down. Bring your hands in prayer position, pushing the knees out from the inside, keeping your spine as lengthened as possible. Nice deep breath again. And now lowering your hands down, and you want to gently bring yourself up into standing, prayer position. Now you want to turn to face the sun if you can. Okay? Otherwise, it's okay. It's always very powerful to face the sun and try the Surya Namaskar or the sun salutation. So let's practice a couple of variations of this. One is the simplest form, half sun salutation. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, standing forward bend. Inhale, trunk up as parallel as you can to the mat, lengthening your back, hold and breathe, flattening your lower back. Exhale, standing forward bend. Inhale, back bend, and back to prayer position. One more time. Start with prayer position. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, standing forward bend. Inhale, trunk up, parallel to the mat, hold and breathe. Exhale, standing forward bend. Inhale, back bend, back to prayer position. So all these sun salutations where you're bending forward, it helps to warm up. So you want to hold the back bend and breathe a few times. Okay, so let's give that a try. So stretch your arms up and back, hold and breathe. You're bending from the hips up. Now hinge at the hips and into standing forward bend. You can hold your elbows with your hands, let the weight of your trunk and arms pull on your lower back. And slowly come up to prayer position. So that's how you warm up your sun salutations. Now let's continue with the sun salutation, the intermediate sun salutation. So inhale, back bend. Exhale, standing forward bend. Inhale, left foot to the back, lunge, and downward dog. And then stretch, exhale on the mat. Inhale, upward dog, downward dog, right foot ahead lunge, And exhale, standing forward bend. Inhale, back bend, back to prayer position. One more time. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, standing forward bend. And then right foot to the back plunge, downward dog, and then stretch, exhale. Inhale, upward dog, downward dog, left foot to head lunge, and then exhale, standing forward bend. Inhale, back bend, and back to prayer position. So let's hold and breathe. And let the breathing settle down. Now, we'll try some hero postures. So go ahead and get into your stance. Point your left foot to the side, right inside. Turn the hips square with the legs. Okay. Now you have to adjust the distance between the 2 feet. And then take your arms up. Hold. You can also bend the front leg at the knee. Okay. So let's hold, do that. And slowly release. Okay, come back to standing. Shake your legs. Try the hero on the other side. Back to the stance. This time right foot to the side, left inside. Legs square with the hips square with the legs. Take your hands up. Bend that front leg at the knee as much as you can. And slowly release. Come back. Good. Workout for your legs. Switch your legs. Let's practice the bird. Let's stand on the right, and you want to bend the left into the right, either on the ankle, below the knee, or above the knee. And then hands either outstretched or in a prayer position. Okay, let's go there a try. You can always use some support if that helps you. And release. Shake your legs. Let's try the same on the other side. So this time I'm standing on my left, holding the right into the left, and extending the arms either or bringing them into a prayer position. And you want to stretch and release your legs. Shake the legs. Now the standing chair. So go ahead and stand with your feet about hip width apart. Stretch your arms to the front. And you want to sit down with your knees behind the toes. Back as lengthened as possible. Nice deep breathing. And slowly come back up. Shake your legs. Now, let's try one more standing posture. So you want to turn to your right. And as you lean down, place the right hand on the mat. Once you find some balance, you can raise that left leg up and hold and breathe. And release. And shake the leg. Now let's turn to the other side. Good workout for your legs. So again, this time turning to your left hand, placing the left hand on the mat. And whenever you're ready, you can raise that right leg up, hold and breathe. And release. All right, then shake your legs. Let the breathing settle down. Now let's get to the mat. I'll slowly start going down to the mat. You want to stand on the knees, hands on the hips, knees about hip width apart, looking back and up, pushing the hips out to the front into half camp. Breathe through the top of your lungs. As you keep pushing the hips to the front. And come back up to vertical, neutral. This time reaching down to the left with your left hand on the left heel and right arm up. You want to again keep the hips pushing to the front. Look up at the ceiling. Then turn your attention to your breathing. Releasing the arm down. This time, right hand on the right heel and left arm up. and release. Okay. Now let's sit down on the heels into diamond posture. Cup one hand in the other. Going back to the source of strength at the base of your spine, that infinite source of energy and strength. As you inhale, draw that energy onto yourself. As you exhale, letting go. Now, you want to sit on your left side, left leg folded, and stretch the right leg to the back. See if you can turn the right leg so that the thigh faces the mat. If not, it's okay to let it face the side. Hands in the front, gently propping up your back, getting that good stretch in your thigh. Nice breathing. Now you want to fold forward, resting the trunk on the thigh, forehead on the hands, hold and breathe. Slowly coming back up to neutral. And this time, let's practice the same seated position on the other side. So I'm sitting on my right side with the left leg extended to the back. Nice deep breathing. And again, now we want to fold forward, resting the trunk on the thigh, resting the forehead on the hands, hold and breathe. And slowly come back up into easy posture. Let's try the twist. So place your left hand on the outside of the right knee and turn to your right and back, keeping your back as straight as possible, both sit bones in contact with the mat. Looking over the right shoulder, completing the twist. And welcome back to neutral. This time you're going to twist to the other side. So right hand on the outside of the left knee and turning to your left hand back. Nice deep breathing again. Come back to neutral. Now let's wind up with a few more asanas on the mat. So go ahead and rest on the mat on the back. So feet on the mat about hip width apart. Legs bent at the knees. As you inhale, lift the hips up into the bridge. Keep the thighs parallel to each other. And you can support your back with your hands. Breathe through the top of your lungs. Slowly releasing the hips down. Once more back into bridge, raising your hips and supporting the hips with your hands. This time raise the left leg up, hold and breathe. Release the left leg down and you want to raise the right. And release. Hips back to the mat. Keep the feet together. Drop each knee to its side. Hands on the legs, gently pressing them down as you let go of your lower back. Let's hold and breathe. Slowly bring the knees up. And from here, you want to come up into a seated, easy posture. Let's turn our attention inwards. See what's happening inside. sage Patanjali, who was the founder of yoga, he said yoga is the suppressions of the variations of the mind. Chitta, vritti, nirodha. Chitta is mind. Vritti is variations. Nirodha is suppression. So suppression of the variation of the mind is yoga. Okay? It's not just physical. To conquer the mind, you got to conquer your body, the physical part. That's why Hatha Yoga is also a part of the yoga or Ashtanga Yoga. Turn your attention once more to your breathing. Follow its journey. Be thankful for what you are and what you can be. And with that, we'll end our class today. Namaste and see you on another class.